as followers of Christ, we're going to have good days and we're going to have bad days. On our good days, we feel awesome and everything's perfect. On our bad days, you can't even see, your eyes are so gloomy, you can't see past what's going on in life. And that's where when you build up your faith to where when you have those bad days, they don't seem as bad and you can carry on and go forward and be productive and not fold. But in those good times, we need to read the Bible and learn more about Jesus so we can become closer to him. Because we are the bride of Christ. We are the ones that he's chosen to be next to. We're the ones that we're the ones that love him so much that we want to know him better. And the only ways you can get to know the Lord is by reading the Bible and understanding it, reading the Gospels and seeing how Jesus walked the earth and follow those commandments that he did. Love your neighbor as yourself. It's amazing in my life to where to understand the Bible, sometimes I'll watch a video on something like Genesis. I'll watch a video on Genesis and it'll show me, maybe I'll watch a couple of them. And then I'll go back and read Genesis, but I don't read it to get through it as fast as I can. I read it to understand. I'll read a little bit, and then when I start losing my grip on it, I'll stop, either read that passage again, and then try to absorb it. And sometimes I'll just stop and then go to bed and let my mind absorb what's going on with what I've been reading. And it's helped me to understand more about the Bible. And this last year, my understanding has grown so much that I can't even tell you. I know that Genesis is really interesting, but when you get to the other books, they can be kind of boring. But they're very important because God sets his boundaries and limits and what he expects from mankind through those other books. And he also reveals Jesus in those other books. In every book of the Bible, you can find Jesus. And basically the Old Testament is Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. And then the New Testament is Jesus is here. He's with us now. And then from Acts on, it's he's coming back. Jesus is coming back. And so all those things, when you get that inside yourself, it becomes a part of you. And so that when you do have those days where you're just gloomy and you just don't have that spirit rising up in you, and you don't know why, it just happens. We're humans. And you can stop and think about those things. And it gets you through the hard times. And then when you get to the good times again, don't forget to read more and absorb more and try to come to the Lord more. And another great thing that you can do is to monitor yourself. One thing I did that was really good for me was I started writing down how many times I wanted my way, how many times I wanted my own way, and I just stopped doing that. When I've been talking to somebody or doing something and I wanted my way, I'd just stop and mentally say, all right, I don't have to have my own way. And I'd write that down. And throughout the day, I was surprised at how many times I wanted my own way. And after a while, it became ingrained in me that I don't have to have my own way. The only time I really insist on having my way is through my business, where I have to answer to somebody and it has to be done right. And in those times, I can address people in a way that's, gentle and kind and get my point across and get the job done. But yeah, there's all kinds of ways to humble yourself, because the more you humble yourself to the Lord, the closer He draws near to you, especially the Holy Spirit. If it's all about you all the time, the Holy Spirit doesn't have room to come out and show itself. So that's my encouragement for you, is to read the Bible and seek the Lord, and in those good times feel great and enjoy it, but do something to go forward in your spiritual life. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks.